For some time in my life, I asked myself,
What would it be like if the United States wasn't the leader in world diplomacy?
I mean, there are countries out there that could match or even up to what they can do. In fact, there are a lot of countries who could surpass or exceed to what the United States can do right now. We have China, Russia, Japan, you name it. You could even name the big five of world history, but how come? How come out of all the 196 countries that the world has, it's only the United States who sits and still sits on top of that pyramid? What did they do to attain that kind of achievement or prestige in the international system? For me, it's a question, but maybe for most of you, it's already a norm because of the decades that they've stayed on top. For some analysts, their years of ultimate hegemony has already ended. Why? Because their power was challenged by two events in recorded history.
First was their loss at the Vietnam War,
And second, the 9/11 attack happened.
Can you look out the window and tell us where you are?
I see water, buildings. We're flying low. We're flying very, very low. We are flying way too low. Oh my God, we're...
Look how fast he's
No,
going.
he's going right up the Hudson River Center.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh my God.
The whole building's gone.
See, these events have surely placed them to the test. Now, if you say that you're the hegemon, why didn't you expect that to happen? Why didn't you have some kind of contingency plan? Or how were you even placed in terror that easily? You're a hegemon. You're supposed to be 100% secured, and if there were threats on that day, you could have easily detected it before it even happened. Why let it happen? Why let some shortcoming question your title as a global leader? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming anyone, and I'm certain that there are things beyond our control. It's just that America has been in power for so many years now, and it's so hard to believe that they've got those things out of their hands, that they've just let those events be part of what most students, analysts, people, and interest groups read and hear today. Others would say that America is not a hegemon anymore, but rather a mediator. Their basis?
the cases filed and archived at the World Trade Organization. Most of these cases involved the United States not being a respondent nor a complainant, but rather a co-entity of either the respondent or complainant. In short, a third party.
Don't you see? Today, there is no conflict in the world in which the United States is not in some way involved. In spite of all those mentioned earlier, U.S. hegemony is definitely here to stay. Rooted from the aftermaths of World War II, America emerged from that war as a dominant economic, political, and technological power. the only major combatant to avoid serious damage on its infrastructure, its housing stock, or its demographic profile. That's why some would say that the United States appeared to have controlled the outcomes of World War II, because they became part of the event, simultaneously protecting its home ground to the least of its impairment. The US ended that war with the greatest naval order of battle ever seen in the history of the world. It became the post-war home for the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. And of course, in addition, is also when the Soviet Union completely disintegrated in 1991. From its emergence in 1945, the United States became guided by its vision of a new international order.
Franklin Roosevelt, son of Theodore Roosevelt,
foresaw a new political order embodied in the principles of the United Nations in cooperation with the victorious powers. The vision also incorporated the re-establishment of the liberal and multilateral diplomacy. The United States effectively claimed monopoly over the legitimate use of force, and somehow it has been largely accepted by most of the government, if not peoples, of the world. This American domination of global affairs has been well beyond hegemony. Although today it appears that he controls the world by trade, relations, allies, and more, maybe it's for the best. Not because we got ourselves used to it, but because this is what the world has given us. If other countries were in the shoes of the United States right now, they would have thought of a different kind of international order. Yes, they were challenged in the years, but like us, people, like the children, making mistakes is part of growing up. Making mistakes is part of learning and improving yourself. We don't become strong and wise without the challenges we face. That's why for America, those events have definitely proven the world that it's not going to be that easy to disband them from the international system. I don't know about you guys, but without the biases, I couldn't imagine a world or an international fora dominated by another country other than the United States. Do you?